Welcome back to our channel, Rare Coins All World, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of numismatics. Today, we're going to uncover the hidden value and worth of a quarter that's often overlooked, the 1978 United States quarter dollar. Stay tuned to find out what makes this coin special and if it could be worth more than face value. Alright, let's get into it. The 1978 quarter dollar might not seem like a big deal at first glance, but there's a lot more to this coin than meets the eye. Minted during the tail end of the 1970s, this quarter features the iconic George Washington design by John Flanagan, which has been a staple since 1932. The obverse showcases Washington's profile, while the reverse displays an eagle with its wings spread, classic symbols of American pride. But what about its value? Is this quarter just worth 25 cents, or could it be worth more? First, let's talk about its rarity. The 1978 quarter was minted in large quantities, over 900 million coins. This high mintage means that, in general, these quarters aren't particularly rare. But, like any coin, its value can vary based on condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state. The better the condition, the more valuable the coin. For the 1978 quarter, if you've got one in uncirculated condition, meaning it looks like it was just minted, you might find it fetching a premium price, potentially around $10,000 to $300. However, if you're lucky enough to find one with special mint errors, like double dies or off-center strikes, the value could be significantly higher. Collectors are always on the lookout for these unique anomalies, and they can make even a common date like 1978 a bit more exciting. So, how do you spot these errors? Start by examining your coin closely. Look for any unusual doubling of the text or design elements, or if the coin looks misaligned. These are clues that could mean your quarter is worth more than just a quarter. Recent auction results show that error coins can sometimes fetch upwards of $50,000 or more, depending on the nature of the error and the overall condition of the coin. It's worth keeping an eye out. Finally, its market value is $58,000, so, there you have it. While the 1978 quarter dollar isn't necessarily a rare find, its value can vary depending on its condition and any unique errors it might have. Next time you're flipping through your change, remember, there might be more than just 25 cents waiting for you. Today, we're shining the spotlight on a unique coin from the year 2000, the New Hampshire quarter dollar. Ever wondered if this coin could be worth more than just 25 cents? Stick around as we explore its value and find out. Hey coin enthusiasts! We've got a real gem for you today, the 2000 New Hampshire quarter. Part of the popular 50-state quarters program, this coin is more than just a piece of currency. It's a collectible with its own story and value. Let's start with the basics. The New Hampshire quarter is the 9th coin in the 50-state quarters series. On the reverse side, you'll see a design that highlights New Hampshire's state pride, an old man of the mountain with the state's motto, "Live free or die." The Old Man of the Mountain was a famous rock formation that became a symbol of New Hampshire. Although it sadly collapsed in 2003, its legacy lives on in this quarter. The design really captures the spirit of the Granite State. Now, let's talk value. The 2000 New Hampshire quarter, like other quarters in this series, was minted in large quantities, around 1.6 billion in total. So, in general, these quarters aren't rare. But don't put it away just yet. Condition and special features can make a difference. Coins are graded from poor to mint state, with higher grades fetching higher values. If your New Hampshire quarter is in uncirculated condition, it might be worth a bit more than face value, typically around $10,000 to $30,000. But here's where it gets interesting: error coins and unique varieties. Keep an eye out for any minting errors, like misprints or off-center strikes. These can add significant value to your coin. For example, a well-known error in the 2000 quarters is the wide AM variety on the reverse. If you spot a noticeable gap between the and M in America, you might have a more valuable find. recent auction results show that error coins or those in pristine condition can sometimes sell for $10 to $50 or more. So, if you've got a quarter with unique features or in perfect shape, it's worth getting it appraised. So there you have it. The 2000 New Hampshire quarter may not be rare, but its value can definitely vary depending on its condition and any special features. Finally, its market value is $53. Next time you're going through your change, remember, there might be more than just a quarter in your pocket. Today, we're shining the spotlight on a coin that might just be sitting in your spare change jar. That's right, we're talking about the 1990 United States quarter dollar. Now, you might be thinking, it's just a quarter, right? Well, not so fast. The 1990 quarter has some interesting aspects that could make it worth more than face value. So, let's get into the nitty-gritty of its value and what collectors are really looking for. First up, let's rewind a bit. The 1990 quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, which started back in 1932. By 1990, the design was still the familiar portrait of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. But here's where it gets interesting. The 1990 quarter is part of a specific set of mintage trends. In 1990, the U.S. Mint produced quarters in both Philadelphia and Denver. The mintage numbers for these quarters are quite crucial when determining their value. For example, the Philadelphia quarters from 1990 have a mintage of about 720 million, while the Denver quarters had around 573 million produced. So, how does this affect value? Well, in general, a quarter from 1990 in average condition is worth, you guessed it, 25 cents. However, things get exciting for collectors when the coin is in mint condition or has certain features. Let's talk grades. If you happen to find a 1990 quarter in pristine condition, like a mint state 65 or higher, it can fetch a few dollars. Coins in this condition are valued more because they have minimal wear and tear. But, if you've got a quarter with any special minting errors or anomalies, that's where things can get really interesting. Collectors often look for error coins, things like double strikes or misaligned designs. These errors can make a seemingly ordinary 1990 quarter worth a lot more. If you think you might have an error coin, it's a good idea to get it evaluated by a professional. Here's a quick tip for all you aspiring collectors: always handle your coins with care. Use gloves, store them in protective holders, and keep them away from direct sunlight and moisture. Finally, its market value is $58,000. This will help preserve their value. So, while a 1990 quarter might not be a gold mine, it's definitely a great piece for any collection. Who knows, you might just have a hidden gem among your spare change. Today, we're taking a closer look at a quarter that's a bit of a hidden gem in the world of coin collecting, the 2008 Oklahoma quarter. If you've got one of these in your collection or in your spare change jar, stick around because you might be in for a pleasant surprise. First things first, let's talk about what makes the 2008 Oklahoma quarter unique. This coin is part of the 50-state quarters program, which was introduced in 1999 and ran through 2008. Each quarter in this series features a design representing one of the 50 states, and the Oklahoma quarter is a real standout. Released in 2008, the Oklahoma quarter is the 46th coin in the series. The design showcases a beautiful representation of the state's rich heritage. On the reverse side, you'll find a depiction of a Native American dancer, a bison, and a field of wheat, symbols that are deeply connected to Oklahoma's history and culture. Now, let's get into the value. Generally speaking, a 2008 Oklahoma quarter in average circulation is worth its face value of 25 cents. But here's where it gets exciting for collectors: the value can go up if the coin is in exceptional condition or if it has unique features. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating better condition. A 2008 Oklahoma quarter in mint state 65 or higher can be worth a few dollars. But if you happen to find one in near-perfect condition, you might be looking at a value that's significantly higher. Collectors also look for special varieties and errors. While the 2008 Oklahoma quarter isn't known for major errors, it's always good to check for minor details like off-center strikes or other anomalies. These little quirks can make a coin more desirable and valuable. Finally, its market value is $43,000. If you're serious about coin collecting, make sure to handle your quarters with care. Use gloves, store them in protective cases, and keep them away from harsh elements. Proper storage helps maintain the coin's condition and value. Here's a pro tip for collectors: pay attention to how coins are released. Sometimes, quarters from certain years or states are minted in lower quantities, making them rarer and potentially more valuable. Keeping an eye on minting details can give you an edge in finding those special coins. While the 2008 Oklahoma quarter might not be a huge jackpot, it's a beautiful and collectible piece that adds charm to any collection. Who knows, your next find could be a rare and valuable gem. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1991 United States quarter dollar. You might think it's just another quarter, but stick around because this coin has some cool details that might surprise you. So, let's get started. The 1991 quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, which has been a staple of U.S. coinage since 1932. This series features the familiar portrait of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. In 1991, the U.S. Mint produced quarters in both Philadelphia and Denver. The total mintage for this year was substantial, with Philadelphia producing about 600 million quarters and Denver minting around 500 million. So, what does that mean for their value? Well, in general, a standard 1991 quarter is worth its face value of 25 cents. However, there are factors that can make it more valuable. Let's break it down. First, let's talk about coin condition. If you've got a 1991 quarter that's in pristine condition, like a mint state 65 or higher, it can be worth a few dollars more. Collectors love high-grade coins because they're rare and well-preserved. Here's a pro tip: check for the coin's grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating better condition. A 1991 quarter in top-notch condition can command a higher price. Look for minimal wear, sharp details, and a clean surface. Now, let's talk about errors. While the 1991 quarter isn't known for major error types, it's always worth checking for minor anomalies. Things like off-center strikes or doubling in the design can make a quarter more valuable. If you think you've got an error coin, getting it evaluated by a professional is a good idea. Here's a quick tip for all you coin collectors: proper storage is key. Use protective holders to keep your coins in great shape, and avoid touching them directly. Finally, its market value is $59,000. This will help maintain their condition and value. While the 1991 quarter might not be a huge jackpot, it's still a valuable piece of U.S. history. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, it's a great coin to have in your collection. Today, we're setting our sights on a coin that's both visually stunning and collectible: the 2014 Great Sand Dunes quarter dollar. If you're into coin collecting or just curious about its value, stick around because this quarter has some interesting details you won't want to miss. The 2014 Great Sand Dunes quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which features designs showcasing some of the most iconic national parks and sites across the U.S. This quarter specifically celebrates the Great Sand Dunes National Park in Colorado, located in the San Luis Valley. The Great Sand Dunes National Park is renowned for its incredible sand dunes and breathtaking landscapes. The quarter's design captures this beauty with a striking depiction of the park's iconic sand dunes and the nearby Sangre de Cristo Mountains. It's a real treat for both coin enthusiasts and nature lovers. In 2014, the U.S. Mint produced quarters featuring 5 different national parks, and the Great Sand Dunes quarter is one of them. But how does this quarter stack up in terms of value? Let's dive into that. Generally, a 2014 Great Sand Dunes quarter in average circulation is worth its face value of 25 cents. However, the value can increase if the coin is in exceptional condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher grades commanding higher prices. For example, a mint state 65 or higher can be worth several dollars. High-grade coins are more valuable because they have minimal wear and pristine details. Proof versions of the coin, which are specially minted for collectors with a mirror-like finish, can also be more valuable. So, if you have a proof version of this quarter, it could be worth a bit more. Let's not forget about errors. While the 2014 Great Sand Dunes Quarter is not particularly known for major errors, it's always worth checking for minor anomalies. Look out for things like off-center strikes or other unique features that can make your coin stand out to collectors. Here's a handy tip for all collectors: proper care is essential. Store your quarters in protective holders and avoid handling them directly to keep them in top condition. Finally, its market value is $50,000. This will help preserve their value over time. So there you have it. The 2014 Great Sand Dunes Quarter is not just a beautiful coin but also a valuable addition to any collection. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, it's definitely worth keeping an eye on. Today, we're uncovering the secrets of a coin that might just be hiding in your spare change, a 1995 United States quarter dollar. If you've got one of these quarters, or if you're just curious about its value, stick around because we've got some fascinating details to share. The 1995 quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, which began back in 1932. This series features the timeless portrait of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. But what makes the 1995 quarter stand out in the world of coin collecting? In 1995, the U.S. Mint produced quarters at two main facilities, Philadelphia and Denver. The total mintage for that year was quite significant. Philadelphia minted about 1.2 billion quarters, and Denver produced around 1.4 billion. So, what does that mean for their value today? Generally, a 1995 quarter found in everyday circulation is worth its face value of 25 cents. However, if you've got a coin in exceptional condition, it could be worth more. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher grades indicating better condition. A 1995 quarter in mint state 65 or higher can be worth $1,000. Here's the scoop: coins in high grades are more valuable because they're rarer and show minimal wear. If you have a 1995 quarter with sharp details and no noticeable scratches or discoloration, you might have a little treasure on your hands. Let's also talk about errors. While the 1995 quarter isn't famous for major minting errors, it's always worth checking for anomalies like double strikes or off-center designs. These small quirks can make your coin more valuable to collectors. Here's a quick tip for all you budding collectors: always handle your coins with care. Use gloves, store them in protective holders, and keep them in a cool, dry place. This helps maintain their condition and potentially their value. Finally, its market value is $58,000, so, while the 1995 quarter might not be a huge windfall, it's still a neat piece of American coinage history. Whether you're a serious collector or just starting out, it's worth keeping an eye on. Today, we're exploring a particularly intriguing piece of American numismatic history, the 2016 Cumberland Gap Quarter dollar. Buckle up as we uncover its value, historical significance, and what makes this coin truly special. First up, let's set the stage. The Cumberland Gap is a historic mountain pass through the Appalachian Mountains that played a crucial role in the westward expansion of the United States. This quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which celebrates the country's natural landscapes and historic sites. The reverse side of this quarter features a stunning design that captures the essence of the Cumberland Gap. You'll see a representation of the gap itself, with a pioneer standing on the path, gazing at the vast wilderness ahead. This imagery pays homage to the countless settlers who journeyed through this pass in search of new opportunities. Now, let's talk value. Although the face value of the Cumberland Gap Quarter is just 25 cents, its worth can vary depending on its condition and rarity. Generally, in circulated condition, you're looking at a value around its face value. However, if you've got a pristine, uncirculated coin or one from a special mint set, it could fetch a premium. Coin collectors and investors often use a grading scale to determine a coin's value. For the Cumberland Gap Quarter, a coin graded as MS 65 or higher could be worth between $10,000 and $30,000. However, rarer variants and mint errors might increase its value even more. The Cumberland Gap Quarter is just one piece of the larger America the Beautiful series, which features 56 different designs celebrating national parks and historic sites across the country. Finally, its market value is $50,000. Collecting these quarters can be a rewarding hobby, both in terms of enjoyment and potential value, so, whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keep an eye out for this unique coin. It's a beautiful piece of American heritage with a story that stretches back to the early days of our nation. Today, we're spotlighting a classic, a coin that's been in circulation for decades but still has plenty of secrets to uncover, the 1998 U.S. quarter dollar. Let's dive in and see what makes this quarter worth more than just its face value. First off, let's take a look at the design. The 1998 quarter is part of the State Quarters program, which began in 1999 and featured a unique design for each state. However, 1998 is special in its own right. It marks the last year before the State Quarter series kicked off, featuring the familiar Washington quarter design that has been with us since 1932. The obverse, or front side, showcases the classic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. It's a design that has become iconic over the decades, symbolizing American values and history. The reverse, or back side, of the 1998 quarter features the traditional bald eagle holding arrows and an olive branch, representing strength and peace. This design has been a staple of U.S. quarters for many years, but don't let its familiarity fool you. There's still plenty of value to discuss. So, what's the scoop on its value? In general, a 1998 quarter in average circulated condition is worth face value, 25 cents. However, if you've got one in uncirculated condition, you could see it valued between $1 and $5, depending on its grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating better condition. For the 1998 quarter, a coin graded as MS65 or higher could fetch a premium. If you're lucky enough to find a gem-quality quarter, it might be worth even more to collectors. Another thing to keep in mind is that while the 1998 quarter itself might not be a rare find, it's part of a broader collection of U.S. coins that can become quite valuable when assembled into a complete set. Finally, its market value is $53,000. Collectors often seek out these quarters to complete their collections, making them a worthwhile addition. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, keep an eye on those quarters from 1998. They might not be the rarest or most valuable coins out there, but they hold a special place in the history of American currency. Today, we're focusing on a coin that captures the beauty of the natural world, the 2017 Ozark Riverways quarter dollar. Stick around as we dive into its design, value, and what makes this coin a standout piece in your collection. The 2017 Ozark Riverways quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which honors our nation's most stunning national parks and historic sites. The Ozark National Scenic Riverways, located in Missouri, is celebrated for its pristine rivers and lush landscapes. This coin perfectly embodies the park's natural beauty and historical significance. On the reverse side of this quarter, you'll find a breathtaking design featuring a canoeist navigating the crystal-clear waters of the current river, surrounded by towering trees. The design beautifully captures the spirit of adventure and tranquility that defines the Ozark Riverways. But let's get to the exciting part. What's this coin worth? While the face value of the Ozark Riverways quarter is just 25 cents, its value can vary depending on its condition and rarity. In general, a quarter in circulated condition is worth face value. However, if you've got an uncirculated or proof version, you might see a premium. Coins graded as MS65 or higher typically range from $10,000 to $50,000. And if you've got a special mint error or a particularly rare variant, it could be worth even more. For collectors, the appeal of the Ozark Riverways quarter also lies in its place within the America the Beautiful series. Each quarter in this series celebrates a unique aspect of American heritage, making it a great addition to a complete collection. A full set of these quarters can be quite valuable and meaningful. So, whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting out, the 2017 Ozark Riverways Quarter is a beautiful coin with a story worth sharing. It's a testament to the natural splendor of the Ozark region and a valuable piece of American history. Thanks for joining us on this journey through numismatic history. Finally, its market value is $39,000. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to Rare Coins All World, and hit that notification bell for more updates on coins and collecting tips. Have any questions or stories about your own Ozark Riverways Quarter? Share them in the comments below. Until next time, happy collecting.